To be smart is great, but it doesn't happen overnight. If you want to become smarter, you have to create habits that will groom your intelligence and nourish your mind. Some people are born smart, but most intelligent people do daily rituals to maintain their intelligence, whether they do it in leadership, business, the arts, or a different field. They push and challenge themselves daily. So what do people do to make themselves smarter? We answer this question in this video with 15 habits that smart people do on a daily basis. 1. Question everything. Don't assume anything or subscribe unthinkingly to conventional wisdom. Keep your eyes and mind wide open. The greatest enemy of knowledge is not ignorance, but the illusion of knowledge. Questioning and curiosity are the keys to overcoming them. The single most crucial component to getting smarter is to ask questions and to think for yourself. One must first ask questions and be curious. There is significance in asking questions since it is how we expand our universe and our minds. That is why it is critical to cultivating a curious open mind by continually questioning everything. However, it is not enough to simply ask questions. You must also ask meaningful questions that test the validity of assumptions, assess the logic, and explore the unknown. Practice asking probing questions to get to the bottom of a problem and cultivate a desire to push for answers. But then developing this skill, like any other, takes time and effort. Keep a running diary of questions that occur to you concerning anything and everything that you're concerned with when working, reading, or engaging in activities. When something isn't clear, don't be hesitant to ask for clarification. 2. Read as much as you can. Many years ago, I started the habit of reading a book a day, and the wealth of knowledge I accumulate every week is priceless. Make reading a habit of serious reading, not celebrity gossip and lists on the web. Even if it's just part of a chapter each day, stick to your reading schedule and your intellect will be enriched. The mind is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Reading is a crucial part of mind development because it is one of the most basic ways we obtain knowledge and learn. Reading allows you to learn new things and educate yourself on any subject. Reading stimulates your imagination, which aids in the development of your creative side. Words, both spoken and written, are the foundation of our social existence. And via words, you can travel the world. 3. Discover what motivates you. Find a topic that keeps you interested and dive in. It's easier to stay engaged with a topic you find stimulating. Find a format that stimulates your mind, whether it's a podcast or a newspaper. Feed your mind well with things that you will enjoy. Find a topic that interests you and dive in. It's easy to stay interested in a topic that interests you. Find a format that also engages your thinking, such as a podcast or a newspaper. Fill your thoughts with stimulating experiences. 4. Think of new ways to do old things. To be innovative means making creativity more important than the fear of being wrong, even in the things you do every day. You can be inventive and experimental when you take risks, make mistakes, and have fun instead of slogging through the same routine. You'll have a daily reminder that imagination and creativity can change the world. 5. Hang out with people who are smarter than you. Smart people have interesting things to talk about. They know how to expand their mind and feed their brain. So spending time with them is good for you on multiple levels. Seek them out at work, in service organizations, and socially. 6. Remember that every expert was once a beginner. When you have an opportunity to learn something new, you become smarter. Make a point of continuously and consistently acquiring new skills, because life will never stop teaching if you're willing to learn. 7. Keep a record of your ideas. As you attempt to extend your knowledge, you'll notice that your mind expands and grows in unexpected ways. Filling your head with great information will cause your mind to do its job and begin analyzing that information in a productive way. You might discover that you've suddenly transformed into an idea generator. You'll start having aha moments, which are small breakthroughs in which you immediately connect one thought to another to generate a bigger and better concept. Make a mental note of these suggestions. Keep them close to hand and keep referring to them. Remember that even your most brilliant ideas are useless until you put them into action. 8. Exercise your body as you're caring for your mind. Don't neglect your body. Build discipline and do what you need to do in terms of diet, exercise, and sleep. 9. Push yourself to become more productive. Being busy and being productive are two different things. The future you want is created by what you do. Smart people make the most of today. 10. Come up with new ideas daily. Carry a journal to jot down ideas when they come to you. Push yourself to be creative and to think in new ways. Review your ideas weekly and edit them as you go. 11. Do something that scares you. Facing your fears makes you braver, smarter, and better. You'll be able to withstand what life throws at you. Sometimes the greatest rewards in life come from doing the things that scare you the most. 12. Replace TV with online learning. Devote your break time to something more productive than social media or binge-watching TV. The internet is filled with awesome learning tools. It's a small habit, but a big win if you can nourish your brain and advance your career and life at the same time. 13. Be mindful of what you are absorbing. Everything you take part in is either uplifting or detrimental to your mind. It's important to silence inner and outer negativity. Once you do, you begin to play a role in shaping your mindsets and beliefs, which in turn guide your actions. 14. Call and review what you've learned. We remember new information the best shortly after we learn it. If you don't use that information soon after you learn it, it will vanish from your memory. We may only remember a portion of what we first learned after a few days. We need to store this information in our long-term memory in order to improve our memory. And the best method to do this is to review what we've learned frequently until it's locked in our memory. Make notes as you read or investigate anything, or take a few minutes after you've finished to jot down the major points. Then every day, spend a few minutes reviewing this subject. It takes some work, but if you get into the habit, you'll be shocked at how well a fast review of the information can confirm that. You understand it and help you realize what areas you need to focus on. 15. Be willing to change. We all hold ourselves back whether we recognize it or not. Even the most intelligent individual can become enslaved to outdated or incorrect beliefs and methods of thinking. To become truly intelligent, you must allow yourself to make mistakes, take risks, and seize opportunities, all while learning from your experiences. Allow yourself to change, be open to new experiences, and eventually become a different, better version of yourself by exposing yourself to new sources of information and challenging your mind to learn new things. You may eventually call into question some of your old core beliefs and create new ones. You may discover that some of your perceptions were incorrect, or that your opinions were not based on facts,